physical form and musical harmony are completely inseparable. The innate musicality of the world around us is something that we are trained not to notice. Every vessel that's ever been made in the history of object making is also constantly, quietly resonating at its own musical note. Or in the same way that a seashell makes a sound even though there is no sound inside. The musical note of each vessel is just determined by the shape and size of the empty space inside it. That's what's resonating. This piece is called Little Gods, brackets, chamber organ, because it is, I guess, an installation and an instrument. And I decided to listen to hundreds and hundreds of objects in order to find 32 that sing perfectly in harmony with each other. The installation works by having a microphone inside every vessel. But the keyboard doesn't make any sound of its own, so that when you press down a particular note, it just tells the microphone inside the vessel that sings that note to switch on. And so you hear the resonance of these objects in real time, and you can play them in real time. So it's literally like an organ where the notes come from these timeless notes that have been inside the vessels ever since the day they were made. And so here we are in this chapel, which is a place for reflection and quiet transcendence. There will be a way to feel really quite spiritual with these objects, even though they're very humble. So every vessel in the installation represents a human or an animal, lots of animals. And so although it's a completely secular piece, it's also very animistic. For the first time in this show, visitors can play the instrument themselves, as well as hearing it played by professional musicians. For the opening, we're going to do a 24-hour continuous performance with musicians. Well, I'll be playing for most of that time, with occasional breaks, and I'll be collaborating with musicians from Venice, and actually from all over the world. For me, part of the excitement of this piece is going to be the friction between these completely ancient and universal resonant sounds and this very diverse music that will be made with them as different contemporary musicians come and interact with the installation. I've also made a drawing. I created a kind of cyanotype drawing from the sketches from this installation, which is like a blueprint for the piece because it exists here now in this space, but it's also going to live as an installation in the future. Like, it's absolutely kind of mesmerizing to hear the sound of a vessel that's been resonating at the same note for tens or hundreds or thousands of years. There's a really beautiful continuity and reassurance for me in that musical certainty of the world around us.